Assalamu alaikum. I hope you guys are doing well, inshallah. Today we are back with a very important video, inshallah, where we're going to be speaking about how we burn calories. Now, the reason why this is a very important topic is because if you've been watching any of my previous videos, then you know that the number one factor when it comes to gaining weight or losing weight or even maintaining weight is calories. Specifically, if you consume more calories than you burn per day, you will gain weight. If you consume fewer calories than you burn per day, you lose weight. And if how much you consume and how much you burn is equal, then you maintain your weight. So to get a better understanding of all of that, it is very important to know how calories are burned in the first place. In fact, this topic is widely misunderstood, where most people think that burning calories is all done through exercise alone. And this is also what I used to think in the past. As soon as we hear burning calories, we think of burning calories. Yeah, we just think of activity, but actually this is only one way, and it's actually not the biggest way. So inshallah today we'll be covering all of the 4 ways. The first way is through what we call your basal metabolic rate, or BMR for short. Your BMR is the total number of calories that you burn per day at rest. In other words, if you just lie down in bed the whole day and did absolutely nothing, this is how many calories your body will naturally burn. And you may be wondering that how is my body burning calories when I'm doing nothing? And the reason why that is to allow your organs to function, to pump blood, to breathe, to basically live. Your body needs to expend some energy. The vast majority of the calories that you burn per day is from your BMR. And one of the main factors of how many calories you burn through BMR is based on how much you weigh. So if someone weighs, let's say 80 kg, their BMR is typically going to be a lot higher than someone who weighs like 50 kg, for example. The second way in which we burn calories is through exercise activity. And yes, this is what it sounds like. The calories you burn from all types of exercise, such as your weightlifting sessions, for example. The third way is through what is known as non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and it's often called NEAT for short. This is basically all the calories you burn from activity which isn't exercise, meaning that it consists of things like fidgeting, yeah, or even now that I'm doing the video, now when I'm moving my hands like this counts as me burning calories from activity, but this activity is not exercise. Or even, for example, you're walking around, maybe you like to walk around and watch your YouTube videos perhaps, and if you're doing that right now, then that also again counts as non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And then the fourth way is known as the thermic effect of food. These are the number of calories that your body burns when it is digesting the food that you have put in. So although you're actually putting in calories from your food, your body actually requires energy to digest that. And so in expending that energy, you are burning calories. It's kind of like a car's internal combustion engine. You have to put in energy to get energy out of the food that you eat. When all 4 of these are added together, your BMR, your exercise activity, your NEAT, and your thermic effect of food, you get what is known as your total daily energy expenditure, or TDEE for short. And this is the total amount of energy that you expend per day, or in other words, the total number of calories that you burn per day. And this is also the same thing as your maintenance calories. That is the number of calories which you eat to maintain your weight. Not to gain or to lose, but for it to stay the same. So if you eat more than your TDEE, then you're in what is known as a caloric surplus and you will gain weight. Whereas if you eat lower, if you eat fewer calories than your TDEE, you are in what is known as a caloric deficit and you will lose weight. And one thing to note is that calories are a measurement of energy. So the terms calories and the term calories and the term energy are often used interchangeably. So when we say energy being expended, that also means calories being burned. Yes, I'm back. So another thing I teach you in this channel actually is how to change your clothes in record time.
I'm too fast. Last night I was testing my speed. I'm so fast, I cut the light out in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed for the rooms, dog.
All jokes aside, I actually missed a very important part out yesterday when I was recording, so I thought I'll just include it now. And that is, how do you actually calculate what your TDEE is? That you don't have to find out exactly how many calories you burn from your BMR, and then exactly how many from exercise per day, and then from how many neat calories, and then from your thermic effect of food. Rather, you could literally just go on Google and write TDEE calculators. Or you could, one specific one that I've used and is relatively good, is called the Adil formula. And even another way, perhaps you use MyFitnessPal to track your calories. They often actually assign you certain number of calories anyway. Basically, there's many different calculators out there. None of them are gonna be 100% accurate, and they will usually all differ by a few hundred calories or so. The only true way to actually know how many calories your TDEE is, what your maintenance calories are, is through actual individual trial and error. Just go with a kind of rough estimate that you find online or an app or whatever. You don't have to worry about working out each one manually. And as I said, you're never gonna get 100% correct. But then the main thing is you actually start trying to calculate, and from there, inshallah, you will know. So I just thought I'd add this part in the video so that you actually know how to take action on the stuff that I have just taught you in the previous minutes. So I hope that all makes sense and you're able to put it into action, inshallah. And if you benefited from the video, then make sure you drop a thumbs up and you share it with anyone else who you think can benefit. And of course, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon, inshallah.